Don't have your chest all like that, nigga. That's gay. He gay chest.
What you mean? Brandon
Don't be
Dunn, you
gay
my
chest.
dog, but Brandon, you know I'm really done. You heard that bar?
Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, Quavo.
Look. Brandon Dunn, you my dog, but Brandon, you know I'm really done.
Shut the dick piece.
You gotta hear that line was a fire. I just said crazy.
Bro, that shit wasn't.
Nah, all right. I gotta tell a quick story before we get into shit. Nah, I already gotta tell a story because it's funny. So, you know when people post those IG pictures and it has like the little slider bar for like if it's fire or like hard eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Girls be
didn't
giving me hard
know.
eyes a lot.
I didn't know once you like touch it, it's locked that you have to send one. So like it was one of my old niggas back from back from school. I touched it on accident and it went to like I tried to like do something, so it went to big. I was like, nah, I'm not sending big. I was trying to get small. Well, pause, but I was trying to do it small. And then I was like, wait, well, maybe if I could cancel it. So when I went to the small hard eyes, it like sent it. And I was like, oh shit. So I messaged him and I was like, dog, I did not mean to do that. But yo, is there a way to cancel it? Like,
bro, I don't know.
I swear it was an accident. I was like, yo, like, no.
When any of that stuff happens, I let God take the wheel.
No. So I wish it was a good looking girl though, because then you could low key just like use that as an icebreaker, But I was like, yo, this is one of my niggas. I was like, oh shit.
Most of the girls be like, "You too light skinned to talk to."
Hey, they're gonna be like, wait, is that Trey Songz? I'm like,
And I'd be like, wow. But you want me to date? But you want me to say dark skinned girls are beautiful, but you can't say light skinned men are beautiful.
facts. Now, before you got on, I was looking up rehab facilities. It's crazy.
These fucking sweatpants are super fucking soft.
You say you wanna know why? Because blue cheese. Bitch, I'm addicted to blue cheese.
These fucking sweatpants are so fucking soft, yo. I gotta watch this shit.
All right. We be all right. We've been gone for 2 weeks. Goddamn.
2 weeks.
So episode 31. Let Me Talk My Shit podcast. Where
he's not the host. I'm the fucking host with the most.
We so addicted to blue cheese. We looking up rehab facilities.
Shut up, nigga.
I'm running with that joke for a long time. Please stop.
What, you want to keep seeing my dick?
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not on Zoom calls with regular people.
So what you want to start off with? You want to start off with your boy fighting your boy?
Let's start with music. So since you want to bring up Whoopty, a lot has happened in the past couple of weeks since we left for the podcast and shit. I don't have my glasses on, so fuck it. But the dude CJ got caught out by a dude named 22 G's. For those who don't know, this man 22 G's beat a murder charge, but niggas in the street said that nigga was snitch. He was like, yo, that nigga CJ give me snitches vibes, like 6ix9ine vibes. And the nigga is kind of shady because that beat, if you don't know, King Von, what's that nigga name? FN Duck, whatever name is. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. It's like FBG Duck or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I can be honest, like when like people I don't know that died in music, I'm like, oh damn, that's fucked up, but shit don't affect me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. That whole thing, I didn't really because I feel like there's a lot of rappers now that obviously they're just rapping, like they ain't rapping what they really actually go through, like they just made a song or whatever. But I saw somebody make a comment that's like because like Ebro run the Apple Music playlist, so he was like if Ebro a hypocrite for like you leaving off 6ix9ine putting in CJ. I'm like, dude, first of all, a lot of rappers do this, and it's like The new CJ, we don't know. Like haven't snitched on a thing. Like he hasn't even been trolling people like that. It's like to leave that man alone. Like if you want to have like a 1-2 hit wonder career, go ahead. Like I
Here's
don't
my
understand
thing right
everyone just so
here.
like uptight about that.
I'm just mad because a nigga took everybody else shit off the Spotify. Like the dude named like a whole bunch of drill niggas did this shit. He took all their shits off Spotify. Then he had the nerve to put out the instrumental.
I mean, hey, if white people do it's a business move. I mean, it's a business move. They should have did it
Bro,
first. They should have did it first.
that song is a disrespect to Pop Smoke.
They should
Cause
have did
Pop
it
Smoke
first.
killed that shit.
They should have did it first.
That shit's a disrespect to King Von because King
Shout out to
Von killed that shit.
shout out to the God Ray J, by the way. But no, speaking of him, now you saw so your boy 6ix9ine got into a little scuffle with your boy Meek Mill
The
when they had this
couple.
they had the same security team.
The Spider-Man meme when everybody wanted
They probably were dapping each other up and it's like, oh shoot, I forgot they were beefing. Like nah,
No, this
they
may be a conspiracy theory, but I'm gonna go with this right now. So here's my conspiracy theory to it. Meek Mill, right, was just chilling, and then 6ix9ine security team got in contact. The other one was like, "Yo, we need y'all to do us a favor." It was like, "What? What's up?" Yeah. So you know, what's Meek Mill location? Because we
they were
want
at
to
the
meet
same
up.
club. Well, same bar, club type thing. It was like a Halligan type thing. They were
Oh,
somewhere, yeah, they were somewhere there. They saw each other there.
oh.
Yeah.
He said it was at his crib.
Nah, 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 nah. They were both in Atlanta, I think. Weren't they both in Atlanta?
I don't know.
Yeah, they were both in Atlanta. It was some shit where it's like,
Hold on, wait. How's this nigga allowed to leave New York? I thought he wasn't supposed to go leave New York.
I think you can go anywhere now.
That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, I think it was just set up like this shit is all made for media and shit.
Yeah,
And
he trying to boost it up. Yeah, song.
then this nigga using somebody bar, and it's like, huh?
Yeah, I know.
I
The
was
whole
like,
thing, it's just so fake. And like my whole thing, honestly, like the 6ix9ine thing, like people, whatever, like he trash. But like the thing that got mad when Meek Mill said, "Yo, I was about to smoke this clown." I was like, dude, no, shut up, shut up. I'm so tired of him trying to act like he's so G. Like, dude, just shut up. You weren't about to do anything. Like, I wish the security team just said, you know what, y'all fight, because they both would have been like, wait, what? Because all they did just had their phones out. Well, 6ix9ine
yo,
had his phone out recording, and Meek Mill was like, man, leave me alone, man. It's like, dude, if you really care, you'd have knocked his
but
ass out.
Meek Mill played it smart though.
Yeah, yeah, he did. But it just show you that they don't really care. Like he don't care. He don't care
He
because
could
that
have. I
was your
mean,
opportunity.
if he did update and shot him, then everybody be like, oh, Meek
Yeah,
is
he's stupid.
stupid.
Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But that's at the same point. It's like you don't care that much. Like it ain't that
so
serious.
what
It's
I would
just some
say
dude
is,
trolling. Like,
Meek, get one of your weakest ass niggas that I know you got rapping that probably still in the hood and just had a nigga get smoked.
yeah, that
We're not.
that's why I've been
We're
saying
not.
no one cares because everyone could do that. Everyone
Yeah.
could do that.
Yeah. The dude that was holding the camera and shit, that was like, look at this nigga. My bad, yo. I see something that was off center. That was
You
like, look at this nigga Meek Mill. Look at this. Look at 6ix9ine, bitch. I'll knock you out. He could have just said fuck security and pushed security out the way.
yeah,
Come on now. Like niggas did not want to fight.
yeah,
And then he was like, we out. And I was like, the fuck is going on?
yeah.
Like,
It's just
what the fuck?
it's so much clownery. And like I said, the weak part was 6ix9ine and at that moment, it's like you act like you in a fight with your phone out the whole time. Like shut up, bro. And just like I didn't like how Meek Mill ran to Twitter, just like dude, like come on,
Yeah.
like both y'all look whack. Like this an L
Hey,
for both.
hey, he living out his raps, man. Trigger fingers and the Twitter
Twitter,
fingers.
I know. Shit, I would say he getting body parts, nigga. But he not beefing nowhere right now. Never mind, never mind.
Beefing
No.
with 6ix9ine, man.
He do be singing low key.
Mm, yeah, but my whole entire like take and then like the people like, oh my god, 6ix9ine calling Meek Mill a nigga on Black History Month. Y'all let Fat Joe say nigga for a long time.
I'm pretty sure everyone from New York can say it.
Puerto Ricans say nigga a lot.
Everyone from New York can say it. I'm positive.
Besides the whites.
Yeah. If you're a minority in New York, I should say. I feel like everyone just said it. Well,
Yeah, yeah, a lot of minorities in there and Asians because technically they're white.
well, shoot. Speaking of somewhere there ain't a lot of minorities in, you saw your boy, the former Ohio State coach Urban
Oh no
Meyer.
no 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 no! I'm not done yet. Hold
Oh,
on,
go
wait.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
No
ahead,
no
go ahead.
no
I'm
no
working
no
this
no no
transition.
no
I'm working
no.
this transition.
We got to get on your boy first.
Oh,
Your boy, uh, Mister. Yeah, you know, I talked to 6ix9ine. He's in a real good place. He's not gonna do nothing at all. And then all of a sudden, this nigga's like, they're both wrong. They both took L's. Millionaires shouldn't be arguing like this. Like, nigga, just say your boy was wrong
yeah,
and
though.
talk to the nigga.
Like
Like, get
he
the
did
fuck
say
out of
he
here.
did say he was wrong though. It's just that you could tell it was like he was happy to
It
say
was
something
wrong,
about
but
Meek
that
Mill.
nigga
But
was
yeah,
still dick riding.
I don't know. It was just a funny situation because you got the
Bro,
dude that like, and then you got someone you hate. Like it was a funny situation.
bro, that nigga Meek Mill said what Webby said in that one video. Get off my dick before I take my dick and fuck you with it.
Uh,
Yo, that was a funny. Why did Webby say it?
I don't know. But I don't know. It's one of those things like you know who these people are. You know what like 6ix9ine gonna do. You know what Academic's gonna do, and it's just like me. Well, you think you grow up by now, but it's just
My
you know what I'm
thing is,
saying. Like it's just you know what they're gonna do.
just cut the tough guy talk.
Yeah, exactly,
That's it.
exactly. Is my thing is like Meek Mill go from one to the other. Once he want to sound like okay, prison reform, I'm educated now, blah blah blah. Then next minute he back in the streets, the trenches. It's like not like you
I
got to
never saw
pick.
him there.
You got to pick, bro. You got to pick.
I never
That's all
seen him
you
there.
do.
I went to
But
Philly and that shit was dirty as a bitch.
cause shit, I mean, like for both of them though, like 6ix9ine me too. I understand he's trying to sell like a little like song or something, but still, it's like, dude, we just saw who you were. Like, stop it. You
You was a
know,
whole snitch. You took down the whole game by snitching.
I know. And then where's that energy for Jim Jones? If he allegedly was the one who put that hit out on you, shouldn't you be, talking to him like that? Nah, you won't mention his name.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Talk to some real niggas that really gonna do it because
mm.
you try to squash that Dirk shit really, really fast.
I know.
Yeah.
He they say he apologized to Act for laughing at that Keith Bar. It's like, why you apologize to him? But
Hell, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Ag, why didn't you record that conversation?
yeah.
You want to record everybody else conversation, want to be in everybody else's business.
But
Shit.
you got anything else on that topic? Though?
No, besides niggas still salty because they left out Joe Budden podcast. That's it.
No. So
That's
so
it. We can go. We can go. We
no.
go to racist
So
Florida State.
all right. So there's this strength coach at Iowa that he had a lot of players announced that he would say a lot of racist comments. He would bully certain players. Like there was one you probably gonna laugh at it. One guy had a learning disability, and they said that this coach legit just bullied him the whole time about it. And like just a lot of black players said, nah, he said a lot of racist shit, like
Oh,
whatever.
he's Richie Incognito.
Almost. Oh, well. So he got let go by Iowa, but he was still making 800,000 a year because he was on a contract. See how they get us. So Urban Meyer hired him to be a strength coach for the Jaguars or O-line coach. I think it's strength coach. I'm sorry for the detail, but whatever. So everyone went crazy, like blasting, like whatever. How can you not be so attitude? What's going on? Blah blah blah. Was it Marcus Spears was saying stuff on ESPN? And then what's the group for the NFL? The Fritz Pollard organization. It's like a bunch of scouts, coaches, and front office like personnel. They have this group where they just try to bring diversity to the NFL. They went in on him. So then he stepped down. The dude's name is Chris Doyle. He stepped down from his position because I guess he was like, "Look, I don't want this. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't want to do it." And so, of course, Urban Meyer and the GM was like, "Oh, like, bro, we're sorry, we didn't understand." And I thought it was funny. Right after people started talking shit about the hire, who did they hire? They hired Charlie Strong. He's the former coach from Louisville in Texas. I think he was like at Central Florida last or South Florida. And like they hired him after they hired him, it was like, hey, see, we hired a black guy, so chill, chill. But people were like, nah, you gotta get dude out of here. So at first, I'm like, duh. But then I'm like, low key, as black people, y'all be frustrating me so much sometimes because like clearly they don't care about who these coaches are. You remember? All right, there was a Dolphins coach some years ago. He got caught on camera snorting a line of coke in the practice facility while he was like on the phone with his mistress. She was some like Las Vegas prostitute. So they let him go. You guess what happened, Dunn? Guess what happened? You wanna know
He
what
got
he's doing
hired
now?
again
He's the offensive line coach for a better team, the 49ers. Because at the time, that was when the Dolphins were dog shit. So now he's the offensive line coach for the 49ers. Nobody knows him. Like his name, what's his name? What's his name? I got his name somewhere. Shit. Oh, Chris Forster. His name's Chris Forster. For those, just look it up. Look it up. No one cared. I told you about the Jay Gruden stuff he did in Washington, where he's the reason Alex Smith broke his leg and almost died. Yep. Jaguars hired him as offense coordinator right after that. No one cares. We were supposed to boycott the NFL for Kaepernick. We stopped doing that 2 weeks once we saw Lamar Jackson perform a highlight. No, I'm telling you, like we do not care about this shit. So why do we pretend to care about it for like a week or two, and then next year he's going to get hired, and no, everyone's going to forget his name. Everyone's going to forget his name. So my whole thing is like, why aren't we consistent with this?
because this is America. We're never consistent
Like,
with anything.
it's just so annoying to me because it's like, yeah, I understand holding them accountable, but we don't hold people accountable. And it's not even just the NFL because everyone wants to point at the NFL for being backwards. No, because ESPN does it all the time. They hired Bob Knight. Bob Knight had a history of player abuse, saying sketchy shit, but they thought, oh, this would be good for television, right? Everybody knew the man Kurt Schilling was. ESPN hired Kurt Schilling. Everybody, shoot, Rex Ryan was having Trump rallies. ESPN hired Rex Ryan.
And the thing we got to we should kill ourselves saying that little kid deserved to get punched in
I
the
know,
face.
I know, I know, I know. It's the inconsistency. It's like, wait a minute, like now all of a sudden y'all care about what people are doing and saying. Like you've been hired, and it's not even just ESPN NFL. Look at your job. Look at your job. When you report someone to HR for doing some shady shit, they don't fire them. They move them to another department. Try
They
me
don't
on it.
even move them. They be like, well,
Well, if
he's
it's
gonna do
serious.
it
No, I
because
mean
like
if it's serious, serious. Like, is it like it's almost like what they
I had
did?
racist managers and they didn't move them.
Oh shit. They just moved mine to the other departments.
No,
Real
no,
shit.
no, no, no. Everybody complained about, and they're like, well, we're just gonna sweep this underneath the rug, sweep this underneath the rug. We're gonna keep sweeping this under the rug. And
But
the crazy
no,
thing is, like, he work in like a place what is called the plantation. So it's kind of funnier that they just sweeping everything out the rug.
when I say those serious, it's not just a racist comment. I'm talking about like funky hires. I'm talking about just stuff going on where it's like, yo, like we could get sued for this stuff. That's what I'm talking about where it gets serious. Like that's where I'm like, because a racist comment, yeah, I feel you on that. But what is like the stuff that happens where I'm aware of is legit like, yo, y'all just brought your homeboy in for his position and he skipped over a lot of people. Yeah, that's a big problem.
No,
So
I'm
like
talking
they
about like
moved that boy to another. They moved that dude to another department.
the
Like, yeah,
booty,
let's just get you out of here. I was about to say
move
that
that
boy.
booty.
Move
But
that
nah,
ass.
but nah. It's more like you can't leave until I say so type shit. You're like, bitch, this not prison. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I feel you.
Fuck
I
that
feel you.
shit, yo.
I feel you.
I do not give that much shit about this damn shit. Y'all about to have me act like a whole nigga in this bitch. Wish I did.
But so even like talking about, I guess going NFL, like the funny thing that I thought. So this is going on
I
to
felt
what
like Des Bryant.
like, you saw Mark Cuban, where I saw they didn't play the anthem at any of their first home games, and then he said something about it, and then the NBA pretended like they cared. But so I understand why he did it, and it's like it's just cool that they actually are trying to do something. Because I think the Jazz owner, I think he said for every win he's giving people a scholarship and something like that. Like it's cool these owners are actually doing stuff, but it doesn't bother you that it's like it really took Donald Trump for y'all to see that.
Bro, in the words of Star Alito, I don't promote nothing if corporations behind it. There's
Uh,
always an end game.
it is, but no, I think it's to the point where it's like it's almost as if the Donald Trump thing has made them see like, oh wow, there are a lot of unfortunate people out here. Like, damn, like you don't look at stuff like for Mark
Nigga,
Cuban. like Mark Cuban is like, dude, racism is going on. You've been an owner of a team with a bunch of black people for how long? You just now got to see how certain things come across.
You sat with the nigga that made Bufu. By us, fuck you.
Yeah,
And you
like
still like, oh well, you was on Donald Trump's Shark Tank. You should
yeah,
know
he's
how
on
the
Shark
nigga
Tank.
is.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, you was on Donald Trump Apprentice or whatever the fuck the shit was.
it's just
You should
cool.
know how the nigga is.
It's cool to see them actually try to do something. I just don't understand why it took this long for them to be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, it really took Donald Trump for them to say like, oh my
Donald Trump
God,
in a
I can
pandemic.
make a difference.
But we don't talk about the people that really just do it all, just been doing it for years and years and years, and nobody said anything about that.
Well, the Jazz owner, he just bought the team. He just bought the team, and he just wanted to do something. Well, obviously, the end game is like you want people to be fans of the team, so you want like the local support of the team. But still,
Yeah,
that's a cool ass gesture. It's like, yo, like for every win we get, I'm gonna give someone a scholarship because now you get the players some little extra to play for. And if it's coming out of his pocket, cool. If it's coming out of team organization, it's like, but if it's coming out of his pocket, that's cool as hell. I would
I
give him
mean,
that.
if it come out of pocket, I mean, technically, if it's the organization itself come out of his pocket.
Yeah, but I mean the funds that they make. I'm talking about the funds they make. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
if
yeah,
it comes out, yeah, like that.
yeah. My thing is this though, like the whole entire thing, like that shit just what the fuck that shit means, like. Oh, I was getting at like Trey the Truth. He'd been doing shit for years and still nobody said anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Texas, Texas put a ban. His home state put a ban out on him. Radio stations did,
That's what. Yeah,
but
that's what.
he's still saving everybody lives and shit like that. He got his own day in Houston, yet the radios won't play him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know all that. I didn't know like the radios won't play them. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if the band left it or not, but the radios wouldn't play him at one point, and
That's
that's
so
fucking nuts.
crazy. I s-
Like for
I'll never
somebody
understand.
doing all that good, you're not gonna play him.
I'll never understand why you just don't why people don't support local. I'll never understand it.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, people just weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else we
I
got?
I don't know. You want to just sort of close out with the topics on the NBA, or because I got to quick.
Yeah, we close. What?
Well, it's just a quick point. So I don't think the NBA has a clue what they're doing about the pandemic, and it's like so you saw the thing when Kevin Durant he had three negative tests in a 24-hour span, so he didn't have COVID. They found out someone he drove to the arena with he did have COVID, but Kevin Durant already tested negative for COVID, so they knew he didn't have COVID. But since the other guy had COVID, they said, "Oh no, Kevin Durant can't play." Even though he already played in the game, they actually pulled him out of the game and said, "You can't play." But it's like, if based on your theory, the damage is already done, and then it's just like that whole thing doesn't make sense because it's like you showed he doesn't have it, and if he did have it, now everyone he's playing with has it, and then now they're having the All Star game. So it's like if you cared that much about the pandemic, you wouldn't have the All Star game because it's a meaningless game.
Tinfoil hat coming on. All right. Or is this? I don't have a tinfoil. It's got a bandana hat now. So like like the niggas on the corner, the hood niggas on the corner that be skating like crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, they piss in the water bottles. Don't drink them. Like nigga, what? Anyway, here's a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? So, or maybe the NBA is really trying to shave points. So they're using some of these people COVID tests as a way of
Oh,
saying, hey, like this man got COVID. Let's get him out of here. Like, why the fuck Bradley Bill was out 34 years for fucking COVID?
34 years. He missed one game.
It seemed like he was missing a shitload of games. That
Uh,
nigga, that nigga missed so many games. There was two challenges that passed: the busted and the silhouette challenge, and then they came back.
he missed one game, Duddy.
That nigga was in his house feeding the shit
You
out of
must,
his meat to his
you must be
girl.
talking about Jimmy Butler or something. Bradley Bill missed one game, and it was for
Uh,
rest. Jimmy Butler had COVID. They say he lost weight and everything.
well, Jimmy Butler homeless, so he can beat anything. He was
Okay,
homeless.
okay,
He was.
okay.
I was just saying he was homeless, so he could beat anything. Hey,
And just my last
oh,
little thing too. They NBA needs to tell ESPN to stop with that Phantom of the Flopper because it makes them look bad.
what?
It shows NBA players flopping all over the place, and it's funny. The players they show are like all the superstars. So it's like, yeah, I think it just makes the league look bad
Let me
showing that
guess.
they
Let
all
me guess
flop.
who the most. Let me guess who the most. I haven't looked at it. James Harden.
Luca, Luca
Oh
flopped
yeah,
more.
because he's white
No, okay.
and he's not talented.
Yeah, no. You
Ooh.
you said that. His
Ooh.
name is Dunny. Please, comments go to
Ooh.
him.
The light skinned nigga. Ooh, the white boy. The
Uh,
self hating white boy said it.
that's all I have in sports. You got anything in sports?
Um, yeah, I got something in sports. I want to say this because I'm tired of the GOAT conversation being brought up. How do people want to judge this shit? Do they want to go off rings? Because we're going off wins and rings. It got to be Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's all subjective. That's why I don't understand why people argue it.
Yeah. Tom Brady, like, as an old guy that's 90 years old, he said, I don't think he's the GOAT.
Yeah, it's just who you
He's
think.
90.
It,
90. That nigga saw so many people.
so like people at a certain age, there's no way you can convince them. Like in basketball,
Bro,
you can't convince them Michael Jordan isn't the GOAT because that's who they saw change the game.
was around when they played in leather helmets.
But it's almost as if because you know how like the game has changed. You know how NFL has changed so much. Like it's become more. It's soft. It's more passing and stuff. So older
Yeah.
people probably gonna say like Jim Brown or something like that. Then once you get to a certain point, then it's just whether you're gonna
Good porn
argue.
star mustache.
You got to just sit there and be like, okay, well, you go and put Tom Brady. Even though, like Aaron Rodgers is clearly better than Tom Brady. It's just people
Another
just go
good
over.
porn star mustache.
They just go, oh, well, he the rings. It's like, dude, he had one of the greatest like defensive minded coaches ever. Like literally, all he had to do is not turn the ball over. And then last year, like this past year, the Bucks are stacked. People just act like they weren't. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
I want to, let's count the Hall of Famers. All right, let's go. Mike Evans.
Most
All
likely,
right.
he got work to do. Most likely,
Yeah. Antonio Brown, if he didn't fuck up,
yeah, he messed that up. But okay, yeah,
he would have been it. What's the name? Gronk.
Gronk, yes.
LaShawn McCoy.
He's not, but he's an all pro player. He's an all
Yeah,
pro
he can.
player.
Yeah, you could argue that he can
Yeah,
get in
yeah.
there. Fucking Leonard Fournette.
He's not yet, but he's the potential. He has
Yeah.
potential. Yeah,
Of course, Tom Brady, white
yeah,
ass. And then who else was on that joint? I think Godwin was on there. If
yeah.
Godwin keep it up,
He's an all pro player type player. He's
if
an
he
also.
keep it up, he can be in that joint.
Yeah,
Then on the defense, you had fucking Adama Kassane.
down Kasu.
Uh,
They got
uh,
JPP with
yeah.
the three hand, three fingers, three fingers. That's a hand.
Hope they didn't put that nigga. I hope they didn't let that nigga let off any fireworks.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
nigga gonna turn into
Shoot,
Quill Barkley real
Devin
fast.
Devin
A
White has
Steel Griffin.
potential. Devin White has potential to be Hall of Fame. I'm trying to think who they got that rookie that Winfield. His dad played
Yeah,
in the
no, I'm
NFL.
talking about
He's
I'm
cold.
talking about veterans though.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got
I'm talking
all
about just potential. Like,
you
and
got
that
at
team is
least
stacked
10. You got at least 10 niggas that's Hall of Famers.
or potentially
10
Hall of Famers. Potentially Hall of Fame. Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Oh, it was a blessing. Yes, Mahomes looked like he had a concussion. Let's face it.
Dude, he ran for 500 yards escaping pressure. That's
Yeah,
actually a stat. It was 400 and something, but yeah, he ran for almost 500 yards escaping pressure. There's no way
yeah,
they're winning that game. There's no way
no
they're
way.
winning that game.
And it wasn't even like they was like dominant on defense. They were down 2 linemen, so I feel them. And
Mm.
yet, Mike Evans, everybody said, "Yo, I can't believe that he's making these passes."
Yeah, I
And them
mean,
shits was on the fucking money.
yeah, they were dropping it. They were just
Yeah,
dropping the ball. I was like, oh
Tyreek
my
Hill
god.
fast for no reason, bitch ass nigga. I would race you in the car and I hit your ass. How you catch? You ain't gonna. Yeah, you gonna catch that shit.
All right. Yes. Yes. Yes.
that was random. That was
I
random.
know. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on this
Yeah,
rant. Keep going.
yeah. Fucking but no, like fucking the coach guys definitely don't give a fuck because you could tell that nigga Mahomes was concussed. and that
Yeah.
nigga like didn't take the protocol, nothing like that. So he might have fucked up his brain a little bit more. That's why he dating a white girl still. But I'm
Okay,
not
we're gonna
gonna judge
change
him.
the topic. And
No,
so,
no, no. No. Then you had Kelsey. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
yeah, no, the one thing I don't understand about the NFL, so there was a pass interference call before halftime where the dude,
Oh, you talking about
when
the
Breland
dude?
tripped him up, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the deep ball. Yeah, so there was a play. Travis Kelsey was running back to the ball, but as he was catching it, the dude tripped him up, and then as he was falling, he caught it and dropped it. And I was like, how is that not pass interference? Because he got tripped
yeah.
up. It's just
No,
different.
Braylon didn't trip him up. It was a running. It was Mike Evans tripped up Braylon.
No, it,
Mike, yeah, Mike Evans
oh,
kicked that
okay.
nigga right in the leg. If you
Oh,
look at
okay.
it, that nigga kicked him in the leg, and the nigga fell.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
Yeah,
funny. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't. I'd be honest.
yeah.
I
I
wasn't paying
looked at it.
attention to the game that much.
I was like, how the fuck is that a pass? I was like, all right, cool. The
Now
refs,
there was one. It was one tip ball where Tyrann Matthew picked off, and they
yeah,
called the worst pass. They called a holding call, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is in the script somewhere because it's like that holding call is like it wasn't that egregious where it's like, wait, how y'all letting the Bucks play physical, but you called out on the Chiefs? I was like, nah.
yeah,
Like, that's why I was like, I
yeah.
don't want to watch this game.
Everybody was saying it though. Like during the halftime, it's bad when the announcers like, yo, let them play.
Yeah.
Like, stop calling these bullshit calls.
Or at least let them both play. I never understood how you let one defense play physical, but you not letting the other. Like now you know, like yeah, everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, yeah, okay, and the Super Bowl's in Tampa. Like, come on now.
Yeah, come on now. What else happened? Then you had the most exciting part of the Super Bowl was, besides me performing at halftime, was a dude streaking across the field. What?
You okay? Okay.
Yeah.
No, he did House of Balloons. I look, he got hype. But yo,
Hey
it's crazy. He be making a lot of songs about drug and women. People just
yeah,
act like that shit. Like,
yeah. You remember the joke? What's the strongest day of the week?
yeah,
The weekend.
yes, because the other
Because the
ones
other
are
ones are
weekdays.
weekdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one. And I'm the weekday, and he's the weekend.
Uh, uh, I was just hyped that that downstairs when they saw Russell Wilson and Sierra in the booth. He said Russell Wilson and his wife Ciara. I was like, oh my god. I was like, you gotta get some black friends, my man.
Hey, didn't Jazzy Face say that? Jazzy Fizzle?
Sierra.
I was like, see, all this beat.
Uh,
He tried to put that little ghetto twang on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him hitting that ghetto twang, that sir. Black people can't pronounce R's really. Like they pronounce art. Hey, art, come here, art.
you saw, I guess, like transition to the thing. Did you follow anything that happened with Justin Timberlake over the weekend?
I apologize for wardrobe malfunctions.
No, apparently I didn't watch the documentary. There's apparently some documentary about Britney Spears and like her spiral downward. And I guess like there was a time where he sort of could have helped, but he didn't. And he admitted, like, yeah, I mean, I admit that my success was based on like white privilege, and I should have said something. I'm like, dude, first of all, like, I understand, like, because everyone's like,
Britney Spears
oh,
white, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, that's the white, the business, the industry is set up for the white man to succeed. That's what they're saying. So pretty much it's like everyone else is thrown under the bus so the white man can be propped up.
Oh, so he's saying Eminem is not the GOAT, neither is Post Malone. All right, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So which, which is that's a very good point because no one went that route, but they were like, "Oh, y'all trying to cancel Justin Timberlake now?" It's like, no, we're just holding him accountable. Like you could have helped, you know what I'm saying? Like she got into drugs and all this stuff as a result of you just sitting by and letting stuff go. Like you know what I'm saying? But it's just even though like it's a dumb thing to excuse, but like I just don't understand how people expect somebody when you're going up, like leveling up to your success, no one's going to actually sit there and be like, whoa, wait a minute, this isn't fair. I shouldn't be getting this. Like, what? Like, I didn't see the documentary, so I could just be like, I just don't understand like what's going on. But like, and I'm okay with just being like, yo, like, you weren't going to say anything about it. And he just being like, oh, I'm sorry. So let's just move on. It's like, no, let's not just move on. Like, you were, but still, it's like, what do you expect people to do?
At the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, he could have done more, but she's fucking rich.
Yeah, I know.
Like what?
It's like she made a lot of those decisions. And I'm
Yeah.
curious though. I'm curious. I want to watch the documentary now because now I remember. I wonder if something was beyond Crimea River where it wasn't. What happened wasn't. He made her look in the light a certain way where it's like that's not what happened. I wonder if that's what happened.
So he was just doing what music people do.
Yeah, yeah, like Taylor Swift.
He did have a song called "Toxic."
Like Taylor Swift legit had songs like that, but still, but that did put Britney in under a certain light though. So
Hey,
I'm curious. I'm curious if Crimea River was a lie.
so hold on, wait. Didn't she go crazy after dating Kevin Federline?
Well, during, but yeah,
So why be blaming Justin for this shit?
what they're saying that started the spiral. I think. Well, from the internet stuff I see, it started after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So do you blame the drug dealer for the first person for selling you weed when you turn into crack?
No, but I mean, I see the argument there though. But I mean, no, I don't think they're to blame.
I'm asking a real honest question because it's like,
No, I mean, I wouldn't, but I can see why somebody would argue that. It's somebody who lacks accountability would argue that. So that's what I'll say about that. I think
yeah,
someone who lacks accountability will argue that.
tough accountability.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for any rich white person or any rich person that was young that went through a hard time with drugs and alcohol. Like y'all niggas could have beat that shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
all y'all had to do was say, "Hey, I need help." Like y'all got people around y'all.
yeah. You got the fans behind you too.
Hopefully good advisors. I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I need to go help."
The one thing is, I understand at that time they didn't have like Twitter or anything, but she did have the fan base behind her, where it's like she could have just did an interview and said something, and all of her
Yeah,
fans would have just said, went crazy, like, "Oh my god, we gotta like." So like that is a good point.
she had. Yeah, YouTube was around when the nigga was like, "Need Jersey to deep Britney," and the nigga was crying underneath the
Oh
blanket.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. MySpace around that time.
Yeah, but that wasn't
I
like
miss
Twitter.
MySpace.
It wasn't like Twitter. No. Well, shoot. Speaking of like fans, like you talk the Kodak Black thing. You saw on Kodak Black what
The
he
Rangers.
like how everyone's saying, yeah, Kodak free Kodak and stuff. Like just completely forgetting. It's like, wait a minute, but yeah, y'all if y'all are aware of the allegations, y'all would be like, y'all need to lock up like y'all did R. Kelly, remember? Which is justified. I'm just saying, like when y'all
Lock
actually
up
hear
R.
that,
Kelly. Lock up Bill Cosby. Lock up
yeah,
Kodak. Come
it's
on,
like
let's.
wait a minute, but
Niggas
like
still got to lock up Rick Ross too.
it's
Niggas
just
ain't
crazy.
forget.
It's crazy how people just forget about that just because of a trend. Like it just got like when someone get arrested for gun charges, it's like you just forget all the other charges. I
I ain't
feel like
forget.
that's what people
I
do.
I never listened to Kodak like that. Really.
He got two of the meanest intros of all time, bro. Versatile and testimony. Fire, fire.
Yeah, but that nigga just sound like a fucking lawnmower.
Yeah, but I like I feel you on when you mentioned that to me, I was like, that's a good point. Like we be all
Like
like,
people,
yo, they need the free Kodak. Why? Like when you
why?
consider what he did, why? But I understand that trial's still pending though. He didn't go to trial for that yet. But still, it's like if you understand. So, are you explain his charge? Explain that. Well, the charge that's going on, if you can.
I well, I can't really pull it
Okay,
up. I think it was
I'm
like
pull it up. I pull it up.
I think it was like alleged or something like that. But still, y'all treat everything. Y'all want to kill everybody else for like old tweets and shit and cancel them. So let's cancel this nigga Kodak.
I don't think canceling. Hold on, here we go. Kodak Black's legal issues aren't over. His sexual assault case explained. Fast forward. I'm trying to find where it starts with the. Here we go. Though he is out of prison, his freedom might not last much longer. That's because he still has a pending case for criminal sexual misconduct in South Carolina, which he was indicted for in 2017. So 4 years ago. Due to Kodak's long history of legal troubles and the length of which this particular case has been drawn out, a lot of information has been left out of the conversation. The whole thing is confusing to follow. So here's a breakdown of the case. Was he accused of? He's accused of assaulting and raping a female victim in South Carolina. The alleged assault took place in February 2016 following Kodak's performance at Treasury City Club in Florence, South Carolina. The victim says she attended a concert where she met Kodak, later accompanied the rapper to his hotel room at the Comfort Inn Suites. Wait, so Kodak Black staying in the Comfort Inn. Okay. She told
Hey,
police,
she should have knew right there that
I
some
know,
bitch was going
yeah, this
down.
is odd. She told police that he began to tear her clothes off and said he couldn't help himself. As she screamed and tried to push him off her, according to police reports, she says he bit her repeatedly and raped her as she screamed for help. The victim, who was reportedly a high school student at the time, told her school nurse, who alerted the Florence County Sheriff's Police.
Hold on, wait. Time out.
So she's a high school student.
This nigga bit her?
I don't know. They said the details are not available at the time, but I guess if they have evidence of bite marks, the only thing is crazy is like, see, this is when too. It must be hard to be a parent because, like, imagine you probably telling your daughter, like, look, like, I don't want you going to this concert. She go anyway, and then like it's just like just as a child, like, how does that not click in your head? Like, okay, I'm going to this hotel room. Like, what do you think is what do you think is the end goal right here? But I understand, like, with her being so young, it's like that's why the statutory rape's a thing where it's like I don't think they connect everything what is happening. It's like you're going to this hotel room. Y'all think y'all just want to smoke a blunt?
First of all, you're going to a Comfort Inn.
Like,
My red flag is raised right there. I'm not blaming her for anything. Let's
yeah,
just make
I'm
it clear.
not victim
We're
shaming.
not
I'm not victim
victim shaming.
shaming.
But
I
I'm
just
saying
think
you're going to a Comfort Inn. Like
I just
that
think
shit
it
is
shows
crazy.
you. I think it just
Why is
shows
this
you
nigga in
though.
the Comfort Inn?
I just think it shows you though the difference in age. Like it's just like something didn't like it's just I guess she was so young and so starstruck. It's like, yo, like no, that's not a decision you should make. Like, but yeah, I mean, I guess like I said, that's why it's statutory rape. But still, like just hearing those details, it's like if that comes off as true, like because like I said, they're allegations, they're allegations, they're allegations.
Yeah, but
But if
niggas
it
still
comes
gonna
off
be
as
like,
true,
yeah, I still listen to Kodak.
it's like dog, like yeah, you gotta like nah, don't free code that.
People, I mean, shit, no shit. Melly allegedly killed his best friend, and that nigga haven't got a fucking lick of anything.
Yeah,
Like he got nothing. Like they won't even give him parole or nothing. Like I mean bail or anything. But that's what I'm saying. That's what like okay, like this nigga been in jail for 2 years and haven't been charged with nothing. Did you freeze or something?
no, I'm here. I'm texting.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, I feel you, and especially on that. And like speaking of charge, well, I guess what you want? You want to?
And then like I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole entire and I hate to bring this shit up because it's like beating the dead horse, but we're not gonna see it into this Meg shit for another 4 to 5 years.
I wonder. So what's going? Do you know? Is there anything like what's going on
No,
with the case?
you know, just look at the Kodak shit.
Yeah, but that case was actually supposed to happen already. They just pushed it back because of inauguration. That's what I'm saying. Like I think Kodak's case was getting pushed back because he already had trials going on. Like he already had cases.
Oh, hey, all I'm saying, I don't know. You got the phone, nigga. My phone is like on
Well,
mute. Like, but my
uh,
thing is like, I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna still be like a while before they get a whole verdict and shit
yeah, I can see that. I can see that,
because it's
especially
not on the. It's not priority to them.
and both of them got money. Where it's like if they want to pay their lawyers to be like if it looks like they going the wrong way. I think both of them got money. That's all I'm saying. Both of them
Yeah,
got money to help them get out of this. So
yeah,
it's yeah, like
and
you said, it's going to
it
be
depends on who's gonna cough up the most money because you can literally fucking out what's calling keep pushing that shit back and back and back and making the person keep paying lawyer fees. That's how a lot of these big companies get away with all this fucked up shit they be doing and
yeah,
not charging any lawyer fees. I mean, not what's calling not taking accountability for shit because the justice system is fucked up in a way where if you still even like they say, oh, it's a freedom of speech. No, if you had the most money and I try to sue you, and then you're like, okay, well, my lawyer's just gonna throw this out there.
Yeah.
and it get pushed back 30 days. All right, then throw this out there. It get pushed back a year. Then they throw something else out there.
Yeah.
And by the time you do it, you're like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I'm already up to my head in lawyer fees.
Yeah. 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 I can see that. And it seems like I think well shoot, both of them seem to be caught up in that whole image of this. I can see them both like as more details start to come out and like, all right, look, I don't want that to be released. Like for both of them. Like, cause when you hear some of the stuff about Meg and like her drinking problem, it's like I can see her being like, no, I don't want that out there.
I'm
And
gonna be honest with you. Let's just admit it. Everybody got a drinking problem.
well, no, they said she had an aggressive, like she would start hitting people and like abusing them. That's an extra step. That's an extra step.
Maybe she dated some guys that like that shit.
Yeah, possibly. But like that still is an extra step. And I can see her camp being like, we don't want her. We don't want that image on her. So
Yeah.
I can see her like, look, like, all right, let's just,
Think
settle
about this.
somewhere.
This is a wild time where the most sane thing that ever happened, and this sounds crazy, but like just think about it like this. A couple like if it was like back in the day, all of these things would have been fought. They would have been lost all their jobs, all of these rappers and everybody. Because
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman lost everything by jerking off and in a movie theater by himself.
Yeah, yeah. That is true. That is true. And it's stupid. It all depends. This is why the US justice system is so wild. It all depends on what state you're in. It's possible he could have been in another state they want to give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so stupid. Like when you just look at like certain states, in certain states of DUI, I mean it's like in Virginia, they were like, nah, we ain't having it. Some states they be like, look, stop. Okay. Like, it's really like that. That's literally what it is. And like people don't understand. It's just not. I'm telling you, some states just take certain things more serious than others. So it really just depends on what state you're
So I'm only saying this because I'm mad 'cause I still got a ticket for this shit. But defund the police. Fuck them niggas, yo. Because I literally witnessed a nigga not pull over for the police officer when he clearly had lanes to pull over, and they just kept going.
in. Yeah, so
Defund the police, man. Fuck them niggas,
they
yo.
so inconsistent. It's all in the mood. Now, I was watching this court. My mom be watching those court shows, and it was funny. On one of them, they got three judges on there, and I'm
Uh,
like, that's actually what it should be. But I think the only reason it isn't that, like every case, is because that one split decision fucks up the justice system. Because you're gonna be like, wait a minute. So if I just had that judge, I would have had a completely different trial. It just shows you how flawed it is. It's
uh,
like we're taking a judgment off of somebody who has like a personal feeling. Like I don't know if he has a son or a daughter that was like a victim of like reckless driving. So I got a reckless driving ticket. Now he just wants to throw the book at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
no,
that's
no.
just not fair.
The dude said, I literally quote, this nigga was in the car. He said, and I don't feel bad because only God could judge me. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to say in court. But I was just surprised that they let a nigga like actually like facilitate what was going on outside, and I wasn't a cop. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even tell you. Did I tell y'all the court story?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so it's a bright ass day. I thought I was late for court first of all, but with COVID, everything got pushed way back.
Mm-mm.
So they only allow like I said like a handful of people inside the courtroom. I'm like the third or the second one in there, a black cop. He's like, hey, we're not letting nobody in. Can you just sit outside? Cool, whatever. So I'm sitting there chilling and shit. This dude looks at me and said, I'm the only black guy there, mind you, the only one. He looked at me and said, hold it down. And I said, nigga, what? He was like, nigga, what? So I'm on there. I was like, yo, the court's shut down. Y'all gotta wait out here and shit. And some people just still walk in there and they be like, yo, da da da. Then like dude called my name. I said, yo, where do I go? He was like, just go up front. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So he was like, how do you plead? I said, guilty. Like, yeah, I did it. Whatever, yo. I'm not gonna argue with him. Like, that's my own type thing, right? And the cop's like, yeah, he was very respectful in this. And I looked over, I was like, oh, that's not even the cop that fucking pulled me over, bitch ass nigga. Where's this bitch ass at? So then the black cop was like right there. I like date, like, what I'm saying, just you in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So the black, I said, yo, I can leave. He said, yeah. I said, oh shit. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like if that's how slaves felt, like when they was told it was free, Like that's how I felt. Like I was so fucking
Dog,
happy.
dog.
I was like, I'm free.
That's a funny
Like
image you just put in my head. I
I'm not
can't
going to
imagine.
jail.
I can't
Like
imagine
what?
being a slave. Like, all right, y'all can go. It's like, really? Like, what? But no, but then again, is that scary though? Because you can be like, well, where do I go? Like,
Yeah.
that's scary.
I was
But
like,
yeah,
I was
that's just
like,
a funny thing.
what? He was like, yeah. He was like, and I thank you for holding me down out there. I was like, hmm. So
That's
nigga done
funny.
put in a good word.
As you say that though, I thought of so you remember the show the Hughleys? You
Yeah.
watch so the son, they played the son. His face is all tatted up now. It's crazy. Have you saw a
He
recent
like
picture of him?
he like a typical nigga.
But yeah, have you seen a recent picture of him? All the tats, the face tats.
Yes, I saw that. I saw
Okay.
the joint you sent me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I sent it to you. But yeah, like so the crazy he was talking about his trial. And pretty much it was some shit where it's like, yo, like I don't know why we were in that area, but we went in that area, we went out, got into a fight. Dudes went stabbing. It's funny too, because he didn't say like what he said, stuff happened, all of a sudden dude stabbed. It's like you smart. But like, I know the trial already happened, but he's smart. So it was just crazy because like how so many people they just know like because he said his family grew up in Compton, but once they had him in Compton, they moved him out and moved to another area. So they said like on set, um, when he would be acting up, his mom would go to the wardrobe and get the belts and start whooping his ass on set. And D.L. Hughley was like, "Yo, like ABC seen black people before, but they never seen niggas." They said ABC went to him and was like, "Yo, you gotta stop this." And he like, "I don't know what to do." So they say he took all the belts out of wardrobe and stuff because it got to the point where like wardrobe would start warning DJ. He'd be like, "Yo, your mom getting the belt. Chill out, chill," because she would be whooping his ass. But nah, like pretty much his family, because he got like a large family, there's like gang activity. So they're just so in tune with like nah, like they wouldn't snitch on each other. They went like they said what hurt him the most was when he was getting released from prison. Um his boy wasn't because I think they were indicting him for the stabbing. So they were like they think he said, look, it was me, let them go. But it's just crazy just how like they just knew like yo like the code certain people have in court. It's so crazy how people just know that. It's like it's just it was like like it was a sixth sense for him where it's like no I'm not saying like it's crazy like
Yeah.
it's just funny because then you see someone like an outsider like in a 6ix9ine situation where it's just like yeah I think that's why they don't let outsiders in. It's like dude, I can't trust you because it's like you just don't know like our code. Like we don't have to teach this to each other. Like we just
Yeah.
know like I ain't gonna say shit. Like I don't know what happened. Like
Yeah.
dude was in prison for a year and then he said the DA was trying to get him life or something like that and he was like I didn't do anything. And the DA thought it was just some closed shut case. But nah, like DL Huey took the stand and all these people are like, nah, like it ain't that. But yeah, like
And then on top of that, why do we only have one prosecutor?
I don't know. Like I said,
That's something
just
that we
the
like. The
justice system's
prosecutor
so
be
flawed.
fucking fucked up. Yeah, but yeah, I got pretty much pulled over for not pulling over, but the cops was inside the vehicle. The other car was leaving, and the nigga wanted to be like, "Oh, you could have hit me. I'm wearing all black." I was like, me being a smart ass, because you're not just gonna fucking just be like. He was like, "What would you?" He said, "You smoking? You drinking? You high?" And I'm like, "No, nigga. The fucking light is in my eye, and the rear view mirror is right there, so it's bouncing into my eye, and my eyes are light sensitive. You bastard."
Yeah.
I didn't call him bastard. But I was like, my eyes light sensitive. Like the shit bounced off. Then he was like, "Well, I'm kind of upset when people don't slow down because I could have been out to scout a car, and we had to wear all black." And my first reaction was, "Ain't you supposed to put on safety vest?" And I think that pissed him off even more. So the other officer came.
Yeah.
It did. I had to go, and I went through the same procedure I always do when I see a new cop. I give him my fucking gun license and my ID, and I'm like, "Look, this is me." Like he was like, "You don't have to do all that." He was like, "Look, here's what we're gonna do with the ticket." He was like, "You can pay it online," and I was hyped because I couldn't even pay it online. I was like,
Yeah.
"You motherfuckers!" But yeah, they gave me the lowest fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out here, you know what I'm saying?
Shoot,
Shout out to black cops that be looking out for the niggas.
yeah, that be looking out for niggas because there's some Uncle Toms out there too. Fuck, now fuck the
Yeah,
ones in Newport News because I know some. bro, I'm not getting sick. I don't get worked up.
I would say I don't know what the cow looking with. You know who you are, yo. You know who you
Nah,
are. Call my
nah,
brother out.
nah. So this is the last thing about Casey, bro. So there's apparently some celebrity named Armie Hammer. Do you know what that is? I just saw a headline. There's a celebrity named Armie Hammer. There's an abuse allegation, and there's messages that imply he's into cannibalism, like eating people. Who the hell is Armie Hammer, and what the hell is going on?
Uh
That was one of those things. I'm not doing research. I just looked at the headline. I looked at the first couple lines of the story, and I was like, I'm not. What the hell's wrong with people?
um
Well,
see
I guess going back to the Kodak thing, I guess he was biting her, but still, so that's I guess that's the wrong
and
term.
just like they and just like they said on Joe Budden podcast, it's only cannibalism when it's wrong. Like there's like you gotta remember there's other countries where people still eat humans. Meat is meat.
Okay, I mean you're right. You're right.
Or could
You're
he
right.
be like, yo, I'm gonna eat your pussy so good you're gonna think you're dying?
I want to flip that so bad, but I'm not flipping that. That's as wild as your boy Bow Wow retiring.
This nigga been retired.
He never announced it though. Now that's his thing though. Like, dude, I wonder. Like, okay, so I feel like a rapper. I think that's a public opinion type thing. A rapper can't announce he's retiring because think about how many times rappers retire and then they release a surprise album later.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, for example, or like Kanye been saying he retired a while ago, but then the label's like, no, you don't, nigga. Like, you still gotta drop these albums. Like,
This nigga,
it's
like,
just
all right,
rappers can't retire. Rappers can never retire because it's just you never know when you're gonna get motivated to drop another album. Like even Joe Budden, like Joe Budden say retired rappers, like dude, you don't know what inspiration you can get. You one day you can just wake up and be like, you know what? Yeah, I want to drop an album. Like you, I don't think rappers can retire. It's just a public opinion thing where it's just like, nah, we don't want to hear
no,
from you
you do
anymore.
got some rappers that fully retired.
No, but
You do not want
I'm saying they may
to.
say I'm retired, but I don't think they can retire. I think that's a public opinion type thing where it's just like we don't want to hear from you anymore.
I don't know if any of these rappers alive, so I'm not like, oh, the two niggas that made Scoop, there. I mean, who?
Oh yeah.
There it is. Yeah, them niggas retired.
Okay, that's an age thing though. That's an age thing though. Cause like
No, your voice don't go away. You
I
can still
know, but
perform that
it's
shit.
still like once you get a certain age, it's like, bro, I ain't dropping. You know damn well so and so ain't dropping no out. Like I saw like okay, like obviously like I respect him as a rapper and stuff. Like when Pat Pooh says he's retiring, it's like I mean I didn't
Nigga, did your
expect
career even start?
yeah I didn't even expect him to drop anything. So it's just like I think
And
we
don't get me
all
wrong, I fuck
declared you
with Pat
retired.
Pooh.
Yeah, me too. Me
And
too.
mostly I'm apologizing because Remy Ma might shoot me. But that's besides the point.
But yeah, but no, you're right though. It's just like that's what I'm saying. It's a public opinion type thing. It's like, dude, we weren't expecting nothing from you. We thought you did retire.
But I am terrified of Remy Ma.
Bruh.
Nah,
I'm afraid to say something right now.
and then like and then like let's say like Lloyd Banks. He's not retired, but everybody think he is, but he just chilling. The best rapper out of Unity too, hands down.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, that's yeah, a great example.
Top five rapper out of New York,
It's like we all
lyrically.
he may not announce his retirement, but we all like, oh, he's a retired rapper. That's just it's just we don't expect anything from. I think if you don't expect anything from artists, I think they just as a public thing, he's retired. Like you don't have to announce your retirement. Like we don't expect Bow Wow to drop an album. The fact that he's saying he's dropped in his last album so he can retire, it's like, I mean, you just trying to promote your album. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to say, hey, look, hey guys,
Soldier Boy,
this
a
my
retired
last
rapper.
album. Yeah, but he still dropped music. So he may actually say like, oh, like this is my last album, retire. You can be like, wait, huh? Like you probably don't even know he still dropping music. Like, well,
Yeah,
you didn't know he still dropping music. So
yeah,
it's crazy. Like, I don't know. That's just a funny conversation.
yeah, man. But I'm telling you right now, Lloyd Banks top five out of New York,
I agree with that.
lyrically. Oh, Cassidy, best example.
Yeah.
Cassidy, like I don't know what the fuck happened. He had a huge increase, and then that shit just said,
I think that's what happened when the label get behind you, and all of a sudden the label stop getting behind you.
no, after the label.
No, I know, but like once because then he had the Swiss beat, he had the I got my drink and
No, I'm
was that
talking
his
about like
last song?
I'm talking about freestyles and shit like that.
Just in that.
Like,
Okay.
and now this nigga is in the fucking studio making beats like, do, 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 do. And you're like, who the fuck gonna rap over this nigga?
Uh, but you got anything else that any other topics you trying to mention?
Um, no, I just want to say like to any nigga out there that didn't get their girl a Valentine's Day gift because they didn't want them wearing masks, it's okay because when I fuck your bitch, I'm not gonna wear a condom.
Mm, okay. I just had a quick so a little like right. So you saw so VH1 agreed with Nick Cannon to bring Wild 'N Out back on air, right? So this is how I know they did not care about what he said
Because
because
he was right.
nah, if they really cared, so if BET say if Donald Trump reaches out to BET and is like, "Yo, I got this like show I want to bring BET," I'm damn sure BET's like, "Fuck you, no, hell no." It's just like if you care that much about something someone do, you're not working with them anymore. So for the Nick Cannon thing, for them to bring Wild 'N Out back, they said, "Look, that was our number one show. I'm just you're here for the money." Like, yeah, that means you didn't care that much. You didn't care that much. They really did not care that much. That's what it pissed me off because like when everyone reacted to it, it's like y'all don't care. It's like the reverse to what I was saying with like black people with these coaching hires. Y'all can get mad all y'all want. Y'all still gonna watch the games. Y'all still gonna do this. Y'all still gonna support y'all team. Y'all still gonna buy jerseys. Y'all gonna buy merch. Like y'all don't care. And it's backwards with the white people with the networks. Y'all don't care what these people say because for real, if they cared that much, nobody would do business with Dave Chappelle. But they running to do business with Dave Chappelle. You know why? Because they know it's sell. That's what.
And Dave Chappelle is no label. Like comedian is the only thing where you don't have a label.
Yeah, but so Nick Cannon, well, I guess he probably label himself a comedian, but I mean, if he's running Wild 'N Out, he does stand up. Yeah,
I mean that nigga life is a joke. That nigga got a big ass Mariah tattoo on his back, and then she was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm done."
but still, it's like you can tell they didn't care about his comment. It just gets me so mad when people make a big deal about like when someone makes a comment. It's like y'all don't care. Like stop doing that shit.
Yeah, I make comments all the time,
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell
and
me
people don't
about
care
it.
about it.
Well, I mean, don't want to watch it.
Exactly. And when they do watch the show, I'm still gonna make the same comments. They're gonna be like, "Oh, let's cancel this nigga Dunny," and I'm like, "If you cancel me, you gotta cancel Zach Fox." And while you canceling Zach Fox, you know that nigga in third grade that I hated? Yeah, cancel that nigga too.
Uh,
Nah, I
but
hate this. All right, this is my last rant, and then I'm done. Like, I hate when like white people, like, you know me, I'm pretty much on both sides of the fence when it comes to politics. I kind of like be like, okay, what is morally wrong? You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So this white dude was like, yeah, like, you know, free. I said, freedom of speech can never be taken away. I said, freedom of speech have limits. I said, but for the longest time, niggas just said, fuck the limits. Like, they was like, okay, we're not going to put no limits on it. Now that we're actually like, okay, come on, like, we're going to go back to limit on this freedom of speech because it technically got limits.
mm,
And dude was like, the left is trying to take away everybody limits and shit. I said, so if I get over an analysis system right now and said, I'm gonna blow this bitch up. That shit happened to me.
yeah, yeah.
Then he was like, he said, I'm around black. White conservatives' favorite line is, I got black friends.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm
I
like,
know.
yo, I don't care. Like, it's up to you. Then he was like, yo, like abortion, they shouldn't do it in Lake Weeks. And I'm like, yo, honestly, I didn't want to say it, but like most people do it if their kids gonna be handicapped or have a disability. Then they're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, say hello to your girl. Like, fuck all that shit. Like, if the girl said, no, I don't have kids, We ain't having kids. And
Yeah.
she's like, we're gonna have a kid, then she's gonna be a single mother.
Shut up. So stupid. My only little rant. This is my last rant because
That was a good joke. That was a good
it
joke.
it was the one. My only rant though is like I just wish that like the news and ESPN like let Kobe's family rest in peace. Please like let Kobe's family like mourn him in peace. Like stop mentioning him all the time. Like Kobe just needs like please just like let him rest in peace is what I'm trying to say. Like cause when I saw a recent thing, they were bringing up details about the crash still. And I was like, we know it was cloudy and the dude couldn't navigate. Why are y'all still bringing this up? But and it's like, dude, imagine being his family. You gotta turn on ESPN and see that as a news story a year after it happened. Like, let them like move on. It's so frustrating. Like when I see ESPN does this, like, oh, let's keep bringing up Kobe. Let's keep bringing up Kobe. It's like, yeah, his fans may love to see that, but think about how his family think. Like that should be how they think. But nah, it's just so I don't understand it. Like they're so thirsty for content. They just like grab. It's like, dude, like let him rest in peace. Let him rest in peace.
I think we need to start doing this for all major athletes. Like the day when Magic Johnson announced that he got AIDS.
Yeah. Like he don't want to live that. Like his family don't want to live that over again. Like the
We need to
hell.
put that back up there.
Like yo, they do that crap all the time, and it's like
But they
yo,
don't do it with that. I mean, but they don't do it really like that. But it like do it with Magic, do it with somebody live, Magic Johnson. Do it with Michael Jordan. Like talk about Michael Jordan dad. Like let's really get into the deep dark shit.
but no, they do the thing that will just get a rise out of fans. So it's like, oh, they'll tune into ESPN, like because they're so thirsty for content now because they're letting everyone go. So it's like, oh shit, like like
We
shoot,
got us ESPN.
imagine when there was no live sports for that time, ESPN was sweating. So now it's like, look, we gotta take whatever content we can get. So
NBA, 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 NBA. Don't leave. No bubble. See, we
it
get COVID.
it's just it's so nasty. It's like, yo, like sometimes like these people have lives and they have families. Like, chill out. Like, just talk about the sports aspect. Just all you have to do is just talk about the sports aspect.
I
You're a
can't wait
sports network.
to
Just talk
load
about
back
sports.
up. I'm shooting threes like James Harden, bitch.
Right. Right. But is that it? That's pretty much all I had.
That's all I have.
Okay. This is for the thumbnails. I keep doing this so I can just steal one for the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah.
Brandon, I tried the
Now,
Brandon.
dick pic.
So we done?
Stop recording.
Are we done?
Hey, no. So the other day, right? I don't know why I do this, but like I like, I guess when I wake up in the night, I always gotta have some snacks in my house and shit.
Yeah.
But like the other day, man, I don't know, I had like I slept in a hoodie. Mind you, I never sleep in a hoodie, but I had some, the little I said Reese's, yeah, the Reese's little cup Reese's that already unfilled and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll call, chill, watch a little bit of TV. I was eating them shits, and I was falling back to sleep. I wake up and one of my hoodies got like this brown like mark, like a shit mark on it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, the fuck is this? Who the shit is on my fucking hoodie? And it's on the hood. I'm like, and like I'm like, I don't know why it's always human instinct to smell like something like that. Like
Yeah.
always. So I smelled out like, oh, look at Reese's. All right, cool. I was so upset though. I was like, damn. Like just waking up and just having Reese's like Reese's on your hoodie and you
Yeah.
thinking this shit, like that shit is wild. Like, I don't know why I thought somebody was just gonna a baby turd right on my hoodie.
Now this is crazy. Now I'm gonna flip that. You ever because you lived in a house with little kids, like little babies and stuff. You ever see something and you like, nah, it's no way that shit. You pick it up and you throw it away and you like, that was shit. That is why I don't think I can handle kids.
Nah,
Dude,
nah.
with my rage meter, I was like, why is there shit on the ground? What the fuck? No, because it's just like it's the ultimate. Like I put my hand on that. And it's like, yo, now that I was sitting there washing my hand for a good 5 to 10 minutes,
No wonder
bro.
why your hand's so soft.
I was like, bro, like, I just, it's like you can tell there's white somewhere in my lungs. I'm about to grab that whip, and I was about to knock somebody. Who put shit on the ground?
No, I didn't have to deal with that shit. The most I had to deal with is like I wake up and mind you, I'm supposed to be watching them, but I tell them I ain't watching them. But niggas still won't leave kids at the house with me. I wake up, I go upstairs, and it looked like fucking Frank White had a fucking party up there, and Tony Montana was invited. Like that shit was powder everywhere, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then you see this little ass kid just sitting there, like I done fucked up. Like he knew he fucked up, and I was like, "Man, the fuck." So I was like, "Just go downstairs," and I didn't even clean that shit up. I was like, "Fuck it, your parents cleaned this shit up, yo." Nigga, when I say that shit was everywhere, mind you, I like my mom upstairs is huge. That shit went from the fuck. It started in the fucking bedroom, and it like went into the kitchen, into the living room, in the dining room, and like all throughout the hallway. I'm like, how's this much baby powder inside this bottle? Like what? Like what?
That's like,
Like yo, like why?
yeah.
And then he tried to like, then like you could tell like he put water on it, and like that shit started lumping up, being like, yo, why the fuck? What?
Yeah.
It was water or juice. I don't know. And I was like, yo, like whatever. I just smacked him off a little bit, like come on now. Like got the little dust off him. It was sort of like the Ashy nigga off of
Ashy
what's the
Larry.
movie?
Oh
Nah,
no.
not Ashy Larry. You know, like that dirty nigga off of Pootie Tang when the nigga smacked him and dirt came out.
Yeah.
It was sort of like that. I smacked him, but powder came out. Like LeBron was just like, this motherfucker was white. I'm talking about like, like this nigga had a field day upstairs with the shit. Like that was my worst experience, and I was like, "Yo, I'm never having kids with baby powder. Like, if baby powder not allowed in my house to this day, like any kind of powder, flour is really not allowed in my house. Like, if we get flour, that shit, I'm throwing that shit away the next day. Like, no form of powder. Like you know what I'm saying? Seasoning cool, but like bread and flour and shit, like nah, none of that shit, bro. No powder
Yeah.
shit allowed in my house after that day.
Or but I think it's a good place. I know there's nothing trending and nothing like that. So we good to go. I would say last words excuse me. But in all seriousness, rest in peace, Pedro Gomez from ESPN. And that's all I got.
Support the merch. Support the merch. Oh.